And hello YouTube, and welcome back to another episode of The Zone TV Movie Entertainment with me, your host Jonathan, once again bringing you my thoughts and movie review for the brand new Aubrey Plaza film, Emily the Criminal. Now, this movie did came out around the end of summer, and I didn't even realize it came out. I totally missed it. So I finally found it on Netflix. Apparently it was playing on Netflix. So I finally popped it in, and I wanted to watch it because I kind of like Aubrey Plaza as an actor. I think she's really, really good, and she's very underwhelmed. Like, a lot of people don't really see, like, when you talk about actresses, like, she's always kind of, like, in the background. Very, very good. When she pops in things, she's very, very good. And plus, she's amazing in Legion. Have you ever seen that show? Watch that show. She was amazing in that. Anyway, so let's talk about Emily the Criminal. So, this movie is basically about this girl, Emily, who's, how could I say this? You know, kind of down on her luck in a way, where she works for, I guess, an independent, catering company, where she has like this low kind of job, but she has a criminal background, but she's trying to get on her feet. She's trying to find a job. She's just trying to, survive. She has, criminal bills to pay. She has, rent to pay, college tuitions to pay, all that stuff to pay back. Excuse me. And she's down on her luck. She has no way to figure out. Her catering job is really covering anything. So she gets this information from a coworker that they are taking people to get jobs per se, but not a job that you would actually go for, like a Monday through Friday kind of a job. It's a job where you do it, you get paid, and it's basically credit cards fraud. Now, literally, she goes into this. I'm gonna spoil this one little thing here. She goes into a place. She puts her information down. They look her information. They talk about what they do. They give her these credit cards to, make these, big purchases. And if the credit cards work, they get the product and they get paid for it. Now, in a legal sense, that's totally legal because these cards can be stolen or copied or whatever. And she ends up doing it, and it kind of gives her the rush of, oh, I can keep doing this. I can actually make some money. I can actually keep doing it. And then she ends up meeting a young man who's also involved with it as well. And then they kind of hook up for a little bit. And then they kind of go into business for themselves to try to continue doing it. And then things go sour from there. Okay. So I watched it. I was very intrigued about it. I'm like, okay, this could be interesting. And first off, Aubrey Plaza, once again, proves she's very good. Very good actress. I really like her a lot. I honestly thought this movie would be very different from what I gathered from this, like the trailer I've seen. I thought this whole movie was going to be about her, doing the credit card schemes and getting addicted to it and then making lots of money for herself and then, going to business for herself and, telling people how to do it herself, do it for themselves as well, and keep the chain going. And for the most part it was, but then it kind of just halts at one point. Then it becomes a whole thing about trying to get revenge on one person who kind of scammed them. And I'm like, okay, that's fine. You can do that in the film. I kind of felt that part was just a little bit too, like, really? You kind of made it obvious, like, okay, she's going to do these schemes. She's going to get hooked onto it, and then she's going to keep doing it until eventually she gets caught. And then, she doesn't become aware of police until, like, the very end of the film. It's like, okay, either the cops where she's at are that stupid, or she was actually really good, or the fact that she really didn't do too much with it. Yeah, she was doing illegal criminal things, but, they didn't really explain so much about it. And it was just one of those films I was like, kind of a little disappointed because it felt really, really interesting. She was literally making fake credit cards and then using them and then you know, teaching other people how to use it. You know, and that's very interesting because, you know, you can tell the story of how this young girl, she goes from not having money to a point where she has so much money, but it's in her head and she's very hooked into it. And then she eventually realizes, oh yeah, I did a bad thing, then gets caught, goes to prison. We all know those kind of stories. But we didn't get that here. We did not get that here. I'm a little disappointed in that. You know, no shade on her. I just kind of wanted, I kind of wanted more from this movie because, like I said, it felt like it was going to be that kind of road. She was going to go down that rabbit hole. She can't get out of it. And then, you know, she's going to have to learn the hard consequences afterwards. But no, she gets into that rabbit hole. She doesn't really learn too much consequences. She gets into a little trouble, but it wasn't like with the law or anybody. She gets in trouble with you know, somebody. She kind of put the scheme on somebody. And then even the person she does the scheme to, you know, does her dirty even more in this movie. I'm not going to say how. And then they get revenge on her. And then that's pretty much it. It's like, oh, okay. So it was just like that. What can you do? It was, like I said, it was just an okay film. You know, I recommend checking it out for yourself. See what you guys think about it. Because to me, it was just an okay film. You know, it could have been better. But what can you do? So, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. Did you guys see this film? Was it on your radar? Did it pass by you like it passed by me? Because honestly, some of the movies that I didn't get to watch in theaters, because sometimes my movie theater doesn't play all the movies. So there's a lot of movies I didn't get to watch, especially the new Colin Farrell film. I have to track that down somehow and watch that. So hopefully, fingers crossed, I can watch that one. The Fabelmans I have to watch still. Whale, I want to watch that. It was only playing select theaters were, you know, near me, so I have to wait for the full theatrical version. So hopefully I get to watch it before the Oscar stuff starts rolling in. But hopefully I get some stuff done. Don't worry, I'm doing my top 10 best movies of the year, and of course, worst and most anticipated. So stay tuned for that. And also, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys thought about this film. Did you guys enjoy it, not enjoy it? Do you guys like Aubrey Plaza? What's your favorite Aubrey Plaza film? For me, honestly, I think my favorite performance of hers has to be still Legion. I think her performance in Legion is like really good. I mean, I like her comedy stuff too, but I mean, she was fine in Chucky, but you know, but Legion was like, wow, like showed that she could really act. And she was fine in this movie too, so you know, it was okay. So leave a comment below, let me know. Thank you very much, and have a good night.